I ain't got no business down here drinking these folks' coffee. I know they looking from the office like, girl, don't you need to go answer that eviction today? And do, but thanks for the coffee. No, I ain't gonna clown. I actually love these apartments. They are beautiful, they are big, they are wonderful, they actually do stuff on time. So it's really my fault I'm facing an eviction. I just can't seem to get caught up. Y'all wanna know something crazy? I have an eviction notice every month. Because once you fall off, it's kinda hard to get back up. But don't worry, it's gonna get paid. I never get put out. I'm going to pay that. Think of it as it buying me more time. Even though it's costing me more money, it's buying me more time. So yep, today I'm going to answer that eviction notice, and that's gonna buy me some more time. I'm about to go in the office and say, oh, y'all want to put a coffee machine out now that I'm getting evicted home. Y'all gentrifying the place. Now that y'all getting rid of my black ass, y'all want to put a coffee machine out here. Oh yeah, all right. Jokes on y'all. I ain't leaving. I'm finna go pay that shit. Even if it costs me almost $500-600 more every month on the rent, it's gonna get paid. Now, about that metro job, I don't know if I can quit it or not, y'all. I think my sister misunderstood what I said. And I don't think I'm gonna have somebody to pick my kids up from school. Ain't that the saddest thing ever when the only problem you really, really have that can keep you from moving forward and doing best in life is childcare? And it really ain't even childcare for me. It's just somebody picking my damn kids up from school. I'm facing an eviction. I can't pay for no goddamn daycare right now. Daycare is high as rent. And I really want to get out here and drive Lyft and quit the metro and be able to take care of my own children, but my car is falling apart. So there's my life. How is life going for you right now? It's harder times than normal for everybody right now, and we all going through it. So just know we gonna make it through it some kind of way. I
She said she's going to pay him back. I don't think she's going to pay him back because her plan doesn't sound very solid. It sounds like what she thinks her salvation is going to be is if she was able to drive Lyft, which, as we review all the time, that's still not going to cut it, especially when you're talking about you owing an exorbitant amount, but at the same time still having to keep pace with whatever your current expenses will be at that time. So that's one. As well as, I mean, we just got to call it out. That's some bold stuff to do. To owe them some money, but still be using their amenities and still be like drinking their stuff. It might be petty, it could be, but just me, I wouldn't be bold enough to walk in there and start becoming an even more of an added expense. I'm sorry, that's kind of crazy. As well as look at what it ultimately comes down to. The main thing, the main factor that's holding her back from being able to do anything significant to really change her life or even have any type of mobility is the fact that she has these kids and she doesn't have anyone to be able to help with childcare and she doesn't want to pay for it. And this is why we need to be more thoughtful when we're having kids. We're having kids when we're already living paycheck to paycheck. You know what's funny? A lot of people think because they're living paycheck to paycheck and that they have what they need and they have a stable job where they're able to pay all their stuff off, they think that that's like good. Like, okay, I'm doing pretty good. No, that's still an emergency because you don't have an emergency fund. If you don't have any money saved for when life gets unpredictable and when life does what life ultimately always does, then that's you're still in an emergent, you're still in a very destitute situation and things can flip just like we're seeing it flip for her and now she's getting evicted. So you still need to be trying. That's not the time to just be able to relax when you're able to just pay all your bills. If you're still not able to put something away at the end of the month, you need to still have some urgency about yourself to be able to get have at least have a savings. Once you have the savings, then maybe you can stop for a little bit and kind of take a break. But if you don't have a savings, you're still not done yet. Wow.
the seat in the back. Everything is empty, and I literally have no idea what to do. I can't find a job to save my life. Like literally nobody wants to hire me. I'm not even playing. Like I didn't put in like so many job applications. Unemployment don't want to approve my claim because I didn't file like 3.
I'm not being mean, but I bet she looked just like her daddy. I bet she looked just like her daddy. She got some strong features going on.
Claims. They acting like they don't want to give me no money. And baby, I'm a good worker. I go to work. But it's like everything is trying to work against me, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I'm only 23 years old, and I just feel like being in your early 20s, it's so hard trying to have it all together, and when you don't, people try to make it seem like you just don't got nothing going for yourself. And I know so many people older than me who not even just never accomplished as many things as me, but to be the place where I'm at, I'm super grateful for it. So for everybody to be looking at me and trying to clown me and pray on my downfall, it's just so annoying to me because it's mostly my family and friends, which I don't have any of. Everybody knows I am by myself, and every time I reach out for help, they just be like, oh well, or they hang up the phone. Now I might not know where I'm going, but I know I'm getting out of it because I got God on my side. Literally everything is packed up, well almost packed up, but everything in here, but everything empty out this room because I'm cleaning it out. Time to go.
Listen, we have to address. She said every time she reached out to her family for help, they just hang up in her face. We got to understand why that is, because she also says she don't got no friends either, nothing, and that that's not that big of a deal. But a lot of times when you see people who basically nobody wants nothing to do with them, we have to understand like how were you acting when things were good? You know, let's just use it in a dating context, right? For the fellas, you really don't know how somebody is really going to be and what's really going to happen until they get some type of leverage. And that's the scary thing about dating sometimes. You see it all the time when it comes to have women having children, and then they get certain leverage in the court systems, and then they completely become tyrants, for lack of better words. They become absolute tyrants. And they will say things as crazy as, if you don't do XYZ, or if you don't cut that itch off, you can't see your kid. They'll start like really making demands, like they're Trump or something. Like making them like you're another, like they're the US and you all the other countries and they Trump. And I see it happen to brothers all the time. So I ultimately say that to say, how when things were up for her and things were going good, how were you treating people? Because that's usually the response when you try to come back after the fact, after you were treating people like they wasn't nothing, and then now you need some help, is what I'm ultimately saying.
TikTok. So I am out being proactive, trying to shake off the funk of the past few days. I had to come out to search. They have like resources for homeless people or people facing eviction, or you're just down on your luck. If you're missing forms of identification, search is where you go to get help. Yeah. So I'm about to do my intake here, and we'll be back. Search couldn't help me, and they gave me a paper to come downtown to this legal aid place that should be able to help. But search can't help you unless you're actually living on the street homeless. They don't help while you're still in the midst of the eviction process. So now I'm at Lone Star.
5 days till eviction. Oh my goodness. At least, I like the fact that the eviction's in 5 days and they're moving out sooner. That may indicate that, they're a little bit more responsible. Because most people, they just show up and it's like it's a surprise. But it seems like they're not acting like it's a surprise, and they moving out, like the judge said, by this date. There you go. See, she's studying to become an insurance agent. So she's trying to get her life together. She's, they may just have felt on hard times, is what this looks like, because she's still trying to improve herself. And this is what I always say every time: there is no excuse today. She's doing this online. So when you see people on certain assistance programs and they have nothing to show for it, some of this stuff is free. Free. And she's literally training herself for the job she wants, which obviously that's an online course. You don't have to go to college to become an insurance agent. And it's clearly going to be a decent job where then they'll never end up in this situation again. And then what's another thing that you notice? She got a man. She got a man. So I don't think that it's okay to intentionally get evicted. But if they are using the fact that they are together and maybe only one of their names are on the apartment, so another one of them actually does have a clear record, the other one may get evicted, but then the other partner has a clear record, and so they can go and get another apartment, and they've already prepared and set things in place. Then you see how you have a little bit more mobility, and you're able to be more strategic. Like the first lady who was going to get coffee before she got evicted. If there was a man in that situation, then maybe she could do some of those other things that she wanted to do, and maybe they can even maneuver around the schedules. And maybe he could work a night job and then she can go and work that day job that she wants to get. But when you're trying to do it by yourself, well, you're going to have to carry that. It's really just that simple. You're going to have to carry that. You're going to have to be responsible for that, and you are going to have to figure it out. And you can't expect the rest of society, who doesn't owe you anything and who's not related to you, to try to do things to help you. I mean, it's really just that simple. You're going to have to figure it out. You made a decision.
Y'all, I can't. I can't. I can't. I'm like this. I just got to. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so like, look, let's take a gander. I have all my remotes. This whole thing is connected to an electrical outlet. I don't even, and then not to even mention how sticky. How sticky. Do you know how hard it is to clean a sticky remote? And then I was looking forward to having that juice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Something told me put the cup in a refrigerator before you leave so it can be cold, because this is the last of the juice. I've also been drinking sugar-free juice. This juice happens to have sugar. Okay? So when it got sugar in it, it's a little extra. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to finish this juice with sugar, and I'm going to go back to my sugar-free juice. Either way it go, I'm so mad. I literally, as I'm driving home, I'm like, dang, a little frozen, little something sweet to drink will be good. And I said, no, you got that juice sitting at home. You got that juice sitting at home. It's okay. It's not okay. It's not. I'm so... Y'all.
She ain't mad about that juice. This says eviction notice part 2. This has nothing to do with an eviction notice, but at the same time, it has everything to do with the eviction notice. Here's what I mean. She is absolutely overreact. She done spilled some juice that she done went and got from Sonic or something, and she decided to come on TikTok. And again, it's not about the juice. When people start overreacting about little things like this and snapping, I hope she doesn't have any kids or anything like that, because they probably would get it too. But when people just start overreacting and having these temper tantrums over the littlest things that it shouldn't garner that type of reaction, it's usually something deeper that's causing it. And obviously the title of the video is Eviction Notice Part 2. So she has this eviction that she knows is coming in the back of her mind. Is going to affect her long term. It seems like she's out here trying to survive and do things herself. And so that's what's really the cause of this reaction. And that's what's really got her so upset. But see, this can become a slippery slope because now the littlest things are going to affect her. So imagine if her check engine light go off right now. There may be, you may see her on the news. Now, this says Eviction Notice Part 2. She didn't talk about the eviction, so we can try to see if we can find Part 1 and see if that'll give us a little more context because we're doing pretty good on time today.
I just got home. I see something on my floor as I'm opening up the closet door, and I'm like, what could that be? Because if you know me, you know, like, when I say it's messy, it's not really messy. So, like, I definitely never have, like, random things on the floor, right? And I hear, and it's hard, and I'm like, is it some plastic? What is this? Y'all, this is glass. This is glass. You can't see. It's glass. It's glass. So I'm like, what glass would I have in my room that's just laying around to be broken? Because beats me. Somebody thought it was cute. Somebody thought it was cute to try to mess with the little bit of juice that I left in my wine glass, because I'm bougie, on the side of my bed. And instead of leaving it alone, instead of leaving things alone, he decided he probably took his little paw and did one of these. So now, not only do I have glass.
What the hell is wrong with this girl? Neither of these videos have nothing to do with evictions. So I guess this is the TikTok version of clickbait. What in the world? I tell you, man. Well, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and actually does help out tremendously. Also, if you could hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers, and it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button, and then it shows you the points. And since I am a smaller content creator, we get more points per hype. And then also Patreon link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.